Timmy! Timmy! Timmy!
No, it's Jimmy. Blah, blah, blah. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Jimmy James. You're watching Catch It Live First. We've got a quick preview of this afternoon's game between Odra Bytom Odrzanski. We'll just call him Odra from now on. Much less of a mouthful for me to pronounce. My Polish is not fantastic, but if you are watching in Polish, dzień dobry, nie mówię po polski, angielski, dziękuję bardzo. Wisła Krakow, tak, jazda. That's not driving, that's jazda. Yeah, we've got a preview for you of today's game. First round of the Polish Cup. Wisła, I think it's 5 times winners of the Cup, so hopefully we'll make it 6 this year. We're doing well. No reason why we can't. Need to be careful though. There's already been some upsets. So I couldn't find any previous footage of these two teams meeting. So we're going to show you. This was our last game out against, against Lexner. Difficult game to watch. And things like this don't help when you're going into a cup game that could be a potential banana skin. I mean, the amount of chances that Lexner had. If they had 10 chances, we created 7 of them for Lexner. Just playing about at the back, not concentrating, not good enough. Camille Broder in goal. You've just got to hold your hands up and say, it's a mistake, it's a big mistake, it's a bad mistake, it could have cost us 3 points. You just can't do it at this level of football. And you shouldn't be doing it at this level of football. You know, you might expect to see it on a Sunday league pitch somewhere. Not in the Polish Betclic 1, and we're supposed to be going up to the ekstraklasa next season. Can't be doing things like we did on Sunday. So, yeah, need to sort that out. But we move on from that. You know, I don't want to keep kicking Broder when he's obviously, he knows what he's done. It's not good enough. Move on. He's made some good saves as well. So let's give him another chance. He's had a couple of dodgy matches, but let's move on. You know, he's our keeper. He knows what he's done, like I've said. So we don't need to keep reminding him of things like that. He'll get better. He'll learn from it. And hopefully he'll come back stronger. So moving on to today's game. It's in Gazeta Krakowska. Excuse me. It was reported by Bartosz Karch. Just clear my throat. Apologies. I think I've got a bit of a cold coming. Wisła Krakow will compete in the first round of the Polish Cup today at 1:30 UK time, so that'll be GMT. They will play against local side Odra in Bytom Odrzanski. The White Star is, of course, the clear favourite for this match. Odra is a 4th division team that is developing rapidly, and the club has plans to play at a higher level. For now, however, they will play against Wisła Krakow, which will be a major football celebration in Odrzanski. And the White Star team needs to be on the safe side, as Wisła has been eliminated from cup competitions several times over the past decade after embarrassing defeats to much lower ranked opponents. This season, Polonia Varsova's match, they were eliminated by 4th division Słupsk. So that should serve as a warning to Wisła. One thing is certain, there will be changes in Wisła's starting lineup. Now, I've read this article, so I answered my own question before I read it out to you guys now. And I obviously know the answer. But I was wondering if Mariusz Jopp, because of what went on Sunday, was he going to make Camille Broder start the match in goal for Wisła? He isn't, by the way. He isn't. I just have a quick drink, so apologies. He isn't going to make Broder start the game. Patrick Lekiewicz is coming in. But my thinking behind it was, I'm not sure whether Mariusz Jop has a number one keeper, whether it is Patrick Lekiewicz or Kamil Broder. I know the end of last season, Lekiewicz made a few mistakes, lost his confidence. Broder came in. We've spoke about that previously. But does he have a number one in his mind for this season? I think he hoped it was going to be Broder. However, Broder is lacking confidence at the minute. He's had a couple of matches now where he's cost goals for Wisła. Lekiewicz did exactly the same thing. I've got a feeling Chichkan might still be on the injury list, so I'm not sure about that one. However, what I was thinking was, I wonder if Broder was going to start later on today against Odra. Two reasons. One, so that Broder could maybe play himself back into confidence, have a good game, put the demons of last Sunday behind him and move on. But also, basically, you're also kind of saying in a way, look, this is your last chance, or you're out of the team and we're going to put Lekiewicz in. He hasn't done that. And I was thinking, would it have been a savage move if he had have done? Or would it have been seen as putting an arm round Broder and saying, look, we believe in you, we've got faith in you, you're a good keeper, put it behind you, go out today, show us what you do, exercise the demons. So no matter which, if he had have put Broder in, no matter which way his thinking was, different people would interpret that in different ways. And I think that is why he hasn't done it. Also, Lekiewicz wants his chance. He's a young goalkeeper, and this is his time to shine. So I think overall, it's no surprise that Mariusz Jop has done what he has done by putting Lekiewicz in goal. I just had that niggling doubt leading up to today's game. What is he going to do keeper-wise? Well, we've got the answer. So going on with the article from Gazeta Krakowska, one thing is certain, there will be changes in Wisła's starting lineup. Not all the players travelled to Bytom Odrzanski. However, coach Mariusz Jop doesn't even hide the fact that there will be changes. This includes, for example, in central defence, there is a lot of competition. The coach says, yes, we're treating this match as an opportunity to give players who haven't played much, they get a chance. We also consider what awaits us next week, which is 3 league matches in quick succession. Therefore, as I announced earlier, there will be changes in the lineup, including the centre-back positions. Recently, Biedrzycki and Grudzic have been the centre-back pairing. Now others will get their chance. Perhaps Joseph Colley, who hasn't played for the first team yet this season, or perhaps the coach is preparing another position for him, such as a defensive midfielder. That was the question put to Jop, and Jop said, we'll see. Maybe he actually plays in that position. Maybe not. Maybe not necessarily the number 6, but there are other possibilities. That wouldn't be the worst move, but I have a few concerns about Joseph Colley's mobility if he was going to become a defensive midfield player. I get the feeling that if you look at the likes of Cabo Belapart, Duda, I just get a feeling that they are much more mobile. Obviously, Mariusz Jop knows way more than I do, but I just get that feeling. Obviously, Igbekeem's back, so I think we've got options and better options than playing Joseph Colley as a defensive midfielder, unless we would go to a back three, which I was thinking about this as well, where I keep banging on about when teams sit in against us, we want to be overlapping down the flanks. I'm not going to keep going over it because I keep saying it. But if we went to a back three, you could play players who are available now. Obviously, you can't include Alan Uriga because he's still out injured. But you've got the likes of Biedrzycki, you've got Grudzic, you've got Joseph Colley, you've got Lasicki, you've got Kutwa. You could play a central three with, on the right side, Lelieveld, on the left side, Krzyzanowski. And that's how you could overlap. Get a couple of goals, then you can drop in a little bit deeper, shore things up. You know, so there's other options than the 4-4-2 off looking at the players that we've got. But that's by the by. So it'll be interesting to see where Joseph Colley plays tomorrow. Because we're going to have to fit Lasicki, Kutwa. They are going to play. Grudgic's he going to play? Probably. But we'll see further down because the expected lineup is out there. And the Wisła coach emphasises there will be no underestimating their opponent as they play 3 divisions lower. Jop says, we know that the Polish Cup has its own rules. This was demonstrated by the result of Tuesday's match in Słupsk, where Polonia Varsova were eliminated. Of course, attitude is very important, and absolutely no one will underestimate the opponent because they are in a lower division. I think the pitch is always the test of your skills, and that's where you have to show your quality. Excuse me. So I don't know what the pitch is going to be like, but it'll be up to a good enough standard anyway, and that won't be an excuse because at the end of the day, it is the same for both teams. Marius Shop also makes no secret of the fact that he and his staff have materials regarding Thursday's opponent. What he means with this is they've done the research, so they're not taking Odra lightly. Wisła knows more about Odra than just the fact that they won 8 straight matches to open the season. The coach says, yes, we have the analysis prepared. We have the basic information about Odra. What kind of structure they're playing. Of course, we know the results. We know they're second place in the table. We know they've won all of the matches. This is definitely a team that, in terms of mentality, is in a good place right now because when you win, the players feel good and confident. It will certainly be a demanding match for us, and we will be encouraging the players to be 100% mentally ready because that's the first step towards showing the quality. It's worth noting that the Wisła coach also revealed that Patryk Lekiewicz will be starting in goal this time. Mariusz Jop commented, we had already planned for Patrick to play in this match. It has nothing to do with Kamil Broder's performance in the last match. It was simply a prior decision. I'm just seeing it on the screen. Poor. It was poor. We're not going to keep kicking a man, though, now. When he's down, we move on. So it had nothing to do with Broder's performance in the last match. It was simply a prior decision, an assumption that he will play in this cup match. I can only confirm now that Lekiewicz will be starting on Thursday, today. It's worth noting that Wisła left for the match early Wednesday morning. The Krakow team stayed in Głogów and trained in the area during the afternoon. Interestingly, the Odra Wisła match will be officiated by Piotr Szpula from Bielsko-Biała, the same referee who officiated the match that kicked off the White Stars Cup campaign a year ago. Back then, they defeated Siaka 3-2, though it wasn't without its problems. Wisła's 2-0 lead then became 2-2. I remember it well. When that man, Victor Biedrzycki, also received a red card. Alan Uriger ultimately scored a late goal, making it 3-2. Yop says, I'd rather avoid a similar scenario. There was that red card for Biedrzycki in the match. I remember Alan scoring with a header, even though we were down to 10 men. I'd rather not have that happen again. Of course, I'd like to win, but not necessarily under these conditions. So that's what Mariusz Jop's thoughts are about tomorrow's game, team lineups and what have you, you know, mentality. And I'm looking at a photograph now of the Odra Bytom pitch. It doesn't look the best. It looks a little bit patchy. So any repeat of what's been happening over the last couple of games against Legnica and Odra Opole, a little bit less of it on the weekend against Lexner, but still that sloppy passing, that sloppy control, that lack of concentration on this pitch. If that seeps into our game again, we're going to get found out, and it could be a really difficult afternoon. So I'm hoping that they are going to be on the ball and they'll be well aware of the conditions that they're dealing with. So going through the changes that Mariusz Jop's going to make, it's on Thursday at 1:30 UK time. Wisla Krakow will play Odra in Bytom, Odrzanski, in the first round of the Polish Cup. The White Star lineup is expected to see numerous changes compared to the league matches. Coach Mariusz Jop's, he's starting to think about the upcoming league matches, so a large group of the players have not even, a lot of them haven't even travelled, but the players who haven't been playing are going to get a chance. Regardless of Wisła's lineup, they'll be clear favourites against the 4th Division side. They have got, in goal, we've gone for Patrick Lekiewicz. We are going to play Raul Geiger. Raul Geiger, when he came on the weekend, looked real impressive. He looked strong, he looked powerful. He impacted the game when he comes on. He's going to be a player for Wisła, mark my words. Lisicki is going to be in defence. We're going to have Cutworth is going to be playing. Krzyzanowski, because there's no other option at left back. Omic in midfield, along with Stazak. Stazak's looked all right the couple of times he's come on as substitute. Not done anything wrong. He's looked solid. Up front, we are going to have, well, before we get there, let's start with the wingers. So we're going to have Banyovski on the right wing. On the left, central midfield, we're going to have Sukieniki. Hopefully, he'll have a good game. Catch Mariusz Jop's eye, showing what he can do. We know what he can do. He just doesn't do it often enough. So this could be a game for him to get back into Mariusz Jop's good books. We're going to have Ardit Nikaj. And I can't wait to see Ardit Nikaj starting. Absolute weapon. He's a weapon. And we're going to have Kavala as well. So it's going to be really interesting to see what is going to happen. We're going to be on air from 1:25 in the UK. Join us for that live stream. If you haven't done so already, if you can please hit that subscribe button. We need more subscribers now. I don't know how many subscribers we need, but and if you've missed it, we've had dialogue with the Polish ekstraklasa that once we've got a big enough platform, we can come to an agreement and look at live streaming the games in with my English commentary. Obviously, it's outside of Poland, but we can hopefully get the rights to live stream all of Wisła's matches in the ekstraklasa next season. It wouldn't just be Wisła's game either. You know, we can look at whatever's live streamed. we can put them out here on Catch It Live first. So, but we do need the platform to grow. They've openly said that once it is, we can talk. They're going to keep in touch. It's a positive move. So yeah, if you can please hit that subscribe button, ping that notifications bell. If you can give us a thumbs up, that is superb. If you can share the channel, share the streams, just get the word out there. Let's try and build up this platform and see if we can build something good. We're getting a good community now. We've got Piotr, we've got Adam, we've got a geezer. Frankie's always in the live chat. We've got, you know, we're starting to build up a little community here, and it's something good. So we're also going to do the other sports as well, see if we can grow the site that way. So hopefully later on this afternoon we're going to have some cricket. Maybe we'll have some Ryder Cup golf. You know, there's lots of other things we can do. But the main focus of the channel, obviously, is on Wisla Krakow and football. We've also got FootballCspecial, all the goals from around the UK and Europe as they go in. So it's we're getting a good platform. We're putting out a good product, hopefully. So fingers crossed it will grow organically and we will get to our end goal eventually. All that's left for me to say is enjoy the rest of your morning. Join me at 1:25 today GMT. We will be supporting Wisla Krakow in the opening Polish Cup match. Let's hope we get through unscathed, no injuries. Everybody puts a good performance in and we can look forward to next week when we have got a busy schedule. I think we've got one game every 3 days or something for a week. So it's like three games in a week. It's going to be a busy time. So hopefully it'll be a productive one as well and we can increase our lead at the top of the Polish BetClick 1. We'll find out, that's for sure. So join me here on Catch It Live first for all of those matches. Thanks for supporting me. Really do appreciate it. Live chat will be open. Come and use it. Come and join in. Let us know your thoughts. I'll see you later today, 1:25. Catch you later. Come on, Wisła. Jazda!